Central Illinois this week. I'm the Mega Conservative Crime Fighter. And it's the final weekend of August as we head back to Auburn, Illinois. As in Labor Day weekend, Pinfall Wrestling Association will be returning to Auburn for the Auburn Labor Day picnic. As Cardini seems to have trouble finding his way to the ring, as he's actually in kind of a carnival. Well, there's carnival rides anyway, and
ladies and gentlemen, his opponent is the reigning and defending PWA Regional Champion, coming from Kincaid, Illinois, weighing at 260 pounds, the young thriller,
Derek Moss, now the PWA Heavyweight Champion, will be defending his title when they return to Langford High School against the familiar opponent, Bradley Stevens.
Here we are, crime fighter. Title defense number 15. And the last one. You think this fool right here? It's gonna be embarrassing if you show up to Langford tomorrow without that thing.
Well, Derek Moss is holding the PWA Regional Championship there. He's defending that belt against Cardini. Cardini has been making his way around Central Illinois, traveling with the other PWA Academy graduates. And Cardini takes the title belt. He's running down the street.
You're not the champion yet.
And Cardini running through the streets of Auburn with the title belt. He hasn't won it yet. Now he finds his way back to the ring, and so we're going to have a match.
You pinned the canvas.
And Cardini can't seem to figure out that he's supposed to wrestle Derek Moss. Whatever. Anyway. Events happening this weekend. St. Louis Anarchy returns to Auburn, Illinois. They'll be holding their doubleheader Friday and Saturday, the 26th and 27th.
More like you stole it.
26th, 27th of Knights of Columbus Hall in Alton, Illinois. St. Louis Anarchy. And Cardini trying to avoid Derek Moss here. World League Wrestling goes to St. Petersburg, Missouri at the Madison Square Gardens. Not Madison, it's Madison. And be World League Wrestling.
I think
promoted by Harley Race, the legend. Sunday the 28th, Pro Wrestling Resurgence goes to Swansea Improvement Association in Swansea, Illinois. Those are events that are happening this weekend. It's kind of light. It's getting even lighter on Labor Day weekend. Now, Dreamwave Wrestling will be holding its next event in LaSalle on the 3rd. It's their annual Good as Gold Royal Rumble event. No guest announced. That's in LaSalle. PWA will be going to Auburn for the Labor Day picnic. It will be held in Union Park, also known as East Park. Just down the street from the Academy. It'll be an afternoon show, 2 p.m. It'll be outside. Hopefully it won't rain. We've been having a lot of rain lately. Actually flooding at the Illinois State Fair rains out Pat Benatar and Melissa Etheridge. As Cardini, a couple of forearm shots into Derek Moss. And a shoulder block, and Cardini goes down. I do want to note that beautiful Bobby Eaton will be the special guest for PWA. It'll be his second appearance for PWA, but this will be first time at Lancaster High School. On September the 17th, Derek Moss will be defending his title against Bradley Stevens. And what is Cardini up to? And Derek Moss... What's going on here? Moss suckered it in. Moss suckered in Cardini. A forearm shot. Bobby Eaton actually lost contact with his colleagues at the Atlanta International Airport after he flew into town following an autograph signing while a wrestlers convention in Charlotte, North Carolina. He's got a crowbar. Cardini's got a crowbar. This is not a hardcore match. Crowbar is being used to put the whole, well, just the ropes and stuff. And a mime, save a dime, in time by 9. As Moss is slowly stalking Cardini. And Cardini has not said a word. Practically acting like a mime. Waistlock takedown from Cardini. Bobby Eaton lost his cell phone. He is diabetic. He needed to contact his colleagues and was unable to. People lost contact with Bobby Eaton, didn't know where he was. A picture posted on Twitter of a fan eating breakfast with him at the airport was a major lead in tracking him down. Somebody drove up from Florida to look for him at the airport. They did find him. In the evening, he got there in the morning, and requests for help to track him down were posted in the late morning hours. Leg drop from Cardini, and only a 2. Then the couple of wrestlers from Florida who I'm assuming Bobby Eaton helped train, went up to track him down to bring him home, and they found him, and they ended up taking him up to a booking up in Tennessee that, well, the next morning. So Eaton was found. He was okay. No, he did need some sugar because he is diabetic, and they got his sugar levels up. I mean, he's been battling health problems for years, but he's fine. So he'll be at Lancaster High School on the 17th as Cardini goes to the outside and
you're not strong. You're gonna lose.
wanders along the street in Auburn.
He's lost.
Cardini's just completely lost focus on this matchup. Derek Moss gets back to his feet. Derek Moss doesn't know what to make of Cardini, and Cardini just grabs him by the hair and breaks him in the face. There's an eye poke. Cardini, trying to use Jedi mind tricks that are not working here. I'm sorry. Well, that worked. A splash in the corner. Oh, face breaker in the knee. And only a 2. Cardini not paying full attention. What in the world is he doing now? And I think Cardini is completely lost without Hatta in his corner. I mean, his carnival teammate, well, his ringleader of the carnival, I think Cardini is completely lost without him. Shoots him off. Drop kick. And Cardini maybe taking down Derek Moss. Nope, 2 count. Derek Moss needs to kind of step it up or something. Disregard the confusion over the antics of Cardini and just deliver offense. Do what he does best, is defend his title, win matches. And Cardini near the back on a prone Derek Moss. And Cardini just rubs the face of Derek Moss into the mat. Now, what is Cardini signaling here? I don't know. Derek Moss fires back finally. Pick up! Atomic drop! Drop kick! And down goes Cardini. Moss! Senton! Cover! And only a 2. Well, Moss has got to figure out what to do next here. The other bit of news, Wrestling Invades America announced they will be changing their name again. They were originally called Wrestling Invades Alton, and they changed the name to Wrestling Invades America when they ran an event in Edwardsville. Now they're going to be calling themselves Wrestling Over Everything, which the letters stand for Whoa! And Cardini with an uppercut on Derek Moss. And a clothesline. Tried to clothesline him into the ring from the ground. And Cardini tried to shove Moss into the post there. Oh, there he goes. And Cardini face first into the post. And into the post. And Cardini to the ground. Also want to make mention, formal sentencing was done for future Dominic Ruddock weeks ago. This was the formal sentencing where the victim's family were able to testify, or at least express their words to the
Knew that was gonna happen.
assailants.
Back away!
So he is now serving his life sentence on bringing an end to this tragic turn of events that happened down in Tampa, Florida. But going back to this matchup here. Nope, 2 count. Cardini looking around, trying to figure out what to do next. Still appears to be completely lost in that ring. I don't know what's up with him. Also want to mention before we get out here today, condolences to the family of the Anton family, former NWA Central States Women's Champion Little Miss Dynamite Jean Antone passed away a couple of weeks ago. Passed away at 73. She wrestled majority of her career in Kansas City, Missouri, but probably did wrestle some matches all at wrestling at the Chase. Certainly wrestled all the greats. Cardini off the ropes. Swaying a mess from Moss, and down goes Moss. Cardini still can't put Derek Moss away. Now, Cardini, if he was a bit more focused, no, he may have been giving Derek Moss a much rougher time than he has. But he has not been focused 100% on this matchup. It's been about, I don't know, 75% focused. Swing and miss, and Moss with a side suplex, and Cardini goes down. And Moss trying to get his wits back about him. As Moss gets back to his feet, now has that second wind, and a clothesline on Cardini. One event I forgot about, happening during Labor Day weekend, Friday the 2nd, IWA Unlimited returns to Noble Grade School in Noble, Illinois for its Super Show. Here comes Moss with a kick to the face. So that's one more show happening that
go for it.
Derek Moss.
Yeah. Oh, darn it.
Boot misses. Cardini moves out of the way. Cardini gonna pick up Derek Moss. Side suplex.
It's not legal.
And Cardini gonna go for a cover. And another 2 count. Mentioned one last time, St. Louis Anarchy going to Auburn, Illinois, the Knights of Columbus on the 26th and 27th this weekend. World League Wrestling in St. Petersburg, Missouri at the Madison Square Gardens. And Pro Wrestling Resurgence in Swansea, Illinois at the Improvement Association. Pinfall Wrestling Association will be going to Auburn, Illinois on Saturday the 3rd of September with a 2 p.m. outdoor show at the park. Union Park, and spinning forearm shot to Cardini has rocked him, and Moss gonna finish him off right here. Block. He's going for the brainbuster. It was blocked. There's an Enziguri. And down goes Derek Moss.
Oh,
now Cardini, only a 2 count. Now, if Cardini is focused 100% attention on Derek Moss, Cardini may have been on the verge of pulling off an upset. But instead, Cardini just can't seem to get focused, and he's really missing Hatta at ringside here. Cardini turned right into that super kick. And Moss going up to the top. Drops the elbow. And that finishes off Cardini.
Your winner and still PWA Regional Champion, Young Thriller, Derek Moss.
Derek Moss victorious here in Auburn. He'll be back in Auburn during Labor Day weekend. But we're going to take a quick break. We're going to take a look at the weekend schedule. Then we're going to follow it up with an interview with Rosko of the New Crop.
Rosko, summer months so far could have gone better than you would have liked. Even though you won your match against Micah Pope at the Auburn Carnival here, the Grand Wrestling Spectacle, the new crop ended up being eliminated in that three-way dance, although due to a ref error, you got pinned in what seemed like a 5 count.
5 count, yeah.
There was a question of where did Jake Lander stand when he announced he was, I guess, teaming up with President Archie, the self-installed President Archie, and then it turned out when we went over to the caterer, you are standing with Jake Lander in the new crop, and we'll get to Bradley Stevens in a moment, but let's address where the new crop is at the moment.
Where the new crop is at the moment. Well, it's still up in the air. Jake Lander is going to be Jake Lander. Jake Lander, he's a grown man just like I'm a grown man. And grown men make grown men decisions all the time. So if he wants to take a step, whether it's the right direction or the wrong direction in his career, to move himself up the ladder, to get himself that higher up to that next achievement, by all means be my guest, because I'm after the same thing. I don't necessarily know how I feel about him trusting, slime like Archie. He's running things now, and I'm not sure how it's going to be. But the way his actions are, been played out, I wouldn't trust him as far as I can throw him.
Now you followed him, you decided to go with him to challenge the Hot Boys for the tag team titles. You went where he was. He didn't come to you. You went where he was.
I did. And that was all about the titles. PWA executives came to us with an opportunity to win the gold out there in Decatur. And, I was sitting there thinking long and hard. I got all these emotions going crazy. Jake Lander decided out of nowhere to part ways with me. And now they're talking about putting us back together for an opportunity. So I said, to myself, maybe if we go out here in Decatur and we win the tag team championships, then, no one can tell us anything. No one can touch us. And we finally reached that mountaintop together like we planned in the first place when we got together. So trial and error, we went to Decatur and we failed. But, the future is still bright for Rosko. The future is still bright for Jake Lander. And, hey, I don't know where things are going to go. You just got to see from here.
Now over to Bradley Stevens. You were dressed up in the Speedy costume. And
yeah, very
Stevens,
smart, very smart.
I guess, picked the wrong time to attack Speedy. And you were under the helmet.
Yeah.
And then you had a match.
It was me the whole time. Well, look, I'm a smart guy. Sometimes I, can concoct some crazy plans in my head. Bradley Stevens, we got history. He attacked me and Jake Lander a couple months back with steel chairs, almost tried to break his neck. I tried to get my revenge here in Auburn at Auburn High School, and he, got a win very sneaky-like. He put his foot on the ropes. So me, being very sneaky-like, decided, this is my opportunity to pay him back for cheating his way out of that victory. So, the Sliders mascot, Speedy, the kid was walking backstage, and I said, hey, man, come here real quick, man. Let me holler at you, Gave him $20 to let me borrow the costume for about 7 minutes. Let me slip in the costume. Everybody thinks it's Speedy. So I'm going around, shaking hands, giving high fives to kids, even dabbing with a few kids.
And the Lynx, whatever that was, the cat.
Yeah, and then Bradley Stevens gets on the mic and starts trashing the Sliders, starts trashing me, and he's just running his mouth. The best thing that he can do in the world. That's his all-American talent right there. Is running his mouth. And he didn't know it was me. I snuck up on him. Gave him a little finger, gave him a little, and he pushed me, and I took the helmet off and revealed it was me. He tried to punch me, and I gave him one right to the kisser, boy, yeah. He didn't see it coming. No one saw it coming. It was a bright and brilliant plan, all from the mind of Rosko. I was just one step ahead of Bradley Stevens in that moment. Later on that night, we had a match, and, that was just me you know, taking the first step, making the first impact of the night, you know, to let him know my presence and let my presence be known. Not to take me lightly, and yeah. So we had our match. Once again, fell short because he put his feet on the ropes. You know, he's starting to become a little habit of Bradley Stevens. You know, he can never win quite clean. You know,
the refs aren't checking the ropes ever.
The refs are blind as a bat. I don't get that. But Bradley Stevens, man, is, you know, still stands. You know, me and you got beat. There's no lie about that. There's no way around it. And revenge is coming very soon. I'm a calm, collected individual. There's a time for fun and there's a time for games, and there's also a time to be serious. And when I step inside that square circle and that bell sounds, all the fun and games go out the window, and serious Rosko sneaks through the back door and locks it behind him. And hey, when it's time to take care of business, business gets taken care of when Rosko is inside that ring. So I guarantee if I get Bradley Stevens in the ring with me one more time, one-on-one, the results would be very different, because now this time I know what to look for. And your cheating ass ain't going to get away with it this time. I guarantee that.
Future for Rosko in the fall of the year, it's wide open. You could be tagging with Lander, you could be going singles.
It is quite wide open. I am looking forward to actually achieving one of my goals in professional wrestling, and that is traveling around the United States, hell, traveling around the world doing what I love to do. I'm trying to find the best of the best competition around the world. I'm looking forward to my future in PWA, whether it's in singles competition, whether it's in tag competition. All I want is an opportunity. So, you know, wherever I wrestle, I'm looking for the best of the competition. I'll wrestle in Germany, I'll wrestle in the United States, down south, up north, I'll wrestle in Canada. Hell, I'll even take a match on Mars if an alien wants to fight me. I don't even care, you know what I'm saying? Just looking to take my career to the next level. And
I don't know how wrestling would go because up in Mars, because the gravity situation is completely different. Anybody trying to dive off the top rope, it may be flying into the ceiling before you hit the ground, and even with a tall venue.
Well, that means I can finally hit like a quadruple 450 or something.
Quadruple 450, so that would be a
something never done.
1800. That's what that would be.
Yeah.
All right. Where can promoters go if they want to bring Rosko to their local wrestling promotion?
If you want to bring Rosko to your local wrestling promotion, hit me up at Rosko WJ. That is ROSKO WJ at gmail.com. You can also look me up on Facebook, ROSKO. Rosko's the name. Stay ready is the game. I'll take on anybody, anywhere, anytime, any match. You want to book me today.
A graduate of the Pinfall Wrestling Academy here in Auburn. Rosko, thank you very much.
Thank you. Rosko, stay ready.
All right.